Welcome to the introduction to QuickBooks Accounting Software. This is part of the Accounting and Financial Management program that is put together by the University of Chicago Booth School of Business, MUCA Access, IGREC, and Uganda Investment Authority. My name is LilianKatiso. I'm a financial management consultant and QuickBooks trainer with Zaddock Associates here in Kampala. I have used QuickBooks since 1999 when I got my first job, and I've seen it go through different changes over the years. And we started with the basic system, which of course you're excited to just have an accounting software that you could use and have reports come to you by a click of a button. But now QuickBooks has transformed over time, and now we've reached a point where we even have them in our handheld devices. Now for this training, we're going to be using the QuickBooks version, which is a desktop version. And I'm going to take you through how to use it. And once you understand how to use the desktop version, believe you me that even the online version is going to be a smooth sail for you. The training outline for the QuickBooks sessions we're going to be having, you're going to cover getting started with QuickBooks. How do you navigate your way around QuickBooks? Then you're going to define the accounting and reporting structure for an organization. So we're going to show you how you can do it for your organization or for any other organization. We're going to show you how to do data entry. We're going to show you how to do reconciliations, checks and balances, and ultimately, we're going to take you through the report production process so that you can customize QuickBooks for your business, but also be able to generate reports that you can use for decision-making in your business, in your company. So the first module is going to be installation and setup. In this module, we're going to manage your expectations. We're going to tell you the things that QuickBooks may not be able to do so that you understand the limitations that may be there. There are not many, but simple things like basic things like payroll management. Depending on the country where you're in, you might find that the tax regimes or the tax computations might not be the same one that QuickBooks has. Defining your reporting needs is also something we're going to look at so that you're customizing, tailor-making QuickBooks to your business, depending on the industry in which you're in. We're going to walk you through the software overview so that you can know where to troubleshoot from, how to easily get your hands on things, on reports when you need them. But also, we're going to show you how to go through step-by-step installation and using the accounting software. In the second module, we're going to define the chart of accounts. Now, the chart of accounts is more like the foundation of your reporting. How you define the chart of accounts will define how your reports come out through, how your management accounts come out, how your financial statements come out. And also the chart of accounts can also be tailored depending on the industry that your business is in. So we're going to take you through how to set preferences for different scenarios. It's going to show you how to bring forward opening balances, because assuming that your business has been a going concern, so which means you've been using some other system or you're migrating from another system, then how do you onboard yourself to QuickBooks? So we're going to show you how to do that, but also how to customize the chart of accounts to suit your needs, and also activate account codes so that you can be able to easily integrate between your source documents into the accounting software. In the third module, we're going to show you how to set up cost centers. How do you establish cost centers? In case your business has segments, you are segmented by the departments, or you're segmented by locations, or you're segmented by the different revenue streams. So we're going to show you how to set up your profit center. Some people call them cost center, whatever name you give it, we're going to show you how to do that. Now, QuickBooks has a function called classes that we can show you. We are going to show you how to set and use that. We're going to show you how to set up items or stock. And this one also is determined by the level of detail in your business. Now, there's some people who buy soda and sell soda. I'm just giving you that example. But then there are those who actually make the soda before they sell them. So now how you set up the stock items for the two entities is different, and we're going to walk you through that. In case you're VAT registered, then we're also going to show you how you may be able to change the rates to applicable regimes in whichever country you are in. Setting up discount rates also We're going to show you how you can do either an absolute amount or a percentage-based discount rates. In the fourth module, we're going to show you how to set up budgets. Someone said a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where did it all go. But also in business, as you're starting a particular financial year, you want to guide how your resources are going to be managed, how your revenue goals are going to be handled, but also how the costs to generate these revenues are going to be managed. So we're going to show you how do you set up budgets either from scratch or from prior data and input it in QuickBooks, but also how you can monitor the budgets and check your burn rate as you go along in your financial year. In the fifth module, we're going to look at transaction posting. We'll start with expenses, and we're going to show you how to purchase stock if you're selling stock. How do you purchase your stock items? How do you create a purchase order? How do you issue the purchase order? How do you receive your stock? And ultimately, then how are they ready for sale? Then we're also going to show you how to post bills for the different vendors or suppliers that you may be having. And then how do you pay these bills in the system? If you're dealing in cash basis of accounting with something that you pay cash, we will also show you how to make payments on cash basis as well. In the sixth module, we're still going to continue with transaction posting, but this time we're going to focus on revenues. How do you make cash sales? How do you make quotations if someone asks you for a quotation, and then create invoices? We had a funny incident where the person who was using QuickBooks had not activated the quotations function. So whenever the clients came to ask for quotations, they would raise invoices instead of the quotations. So you can imagine what happened. Yeah. What happened is that their revenues were overstated by the invoices that raised instead of quotations. And of course, they had these huge data balances that were not able to collect because they were quotations, they're not collectible debts. And so we're going to show you how to create the invoices as well, how to receive payments against invoices, but also how to deposit the money into your banking system. Once you've done the banking and you've written the checks, you've made the payments, you've done different things, then we're going to show you then how do you reconcile your cash book, QuickBooks call it a bank register, with your actual bank statements. How do you confirm that, yes, there's completion of data entry, there's also accuracy of data entry, and therefore you can close the month through bank reconciliations. But also, petty cash reconciliation is important because you have cash that is moving, running to run errands in the organizations or for small expenses in the organization. This also is important to be reconciled because that is when you know that full accountability has been done for the cash that has been given out. But also, we'll show you how to set up control accounts and manage them. We have scenarios where, especially if the directors are also the shareholders of the business, or you find that the sole proprietors, they're not able to fully separate themselves from the business. So they borrow money from the business or they put money in the business and they lose track at some point of the day. So the control accounts we set up is to be able to track the director so that they know, are they in an owing position or are they in a position where they need to be to be paid back their money. So the control accounts are helpful even for payroll obligations. We'll show you how to set up the control accounts for the same. And then in the eighth module, you're going to look at ledger reconciliations. How do you do your stock reconciliations so that the stock that you have is actually accurate? Sometimes you find there could have been damage, or there could have been spoilage for different reason, or there could have been expiry of some of the stock. How do you make that stock adjustment? Okay. How do you then do data reconciliation so that you make sure that the data you have are the true data and you have no ghost data, so that you're able to actually follow them up and be able to collect your money? But also, you should be able to do creditor reconciliation. We're going to take you through how to do your creditor reconciliations, because as much as the creditors might give you a statement for demanding you to make payment, you in your records, you should be able to be comfortable to confirm that the balances they're demanding of you are actually the true balances that you ought to pay them. In the ninth module, we're going to look at management accounts. One of the key accounts that mostly management needs to be looking at and sometimes rarely look at is the accounts receivable and accounts payable reports. And failure to look at this report sometimes leads to cash constraints because they're not able to do their cash flow projections properly, to anticipate when the monies are going to come in and to anticipate when the payouts are going to be done. So it's going to be important to show you through that. And also it's exciting to know that it has an aging report. So you know how many days the payable is outstanding or the receivable is outstanding. But also going through a budget monitoring report so that you can see how are you faring based on what the budget that you had prepared for either that particular month, the particular quarter, or the particular year. But also it can compare to you year-to-date performance of your budget, but also it can compare to you your burn rate, where you have gone up to comparing to your final year budget. For those who are VAT registered, then we'll show you how to generate VAT reports as well from QuickBooks. In the last module, which is our 10th module, we're going to look at the financial reports and some year-end procedures that are important for every accountant to observe. Once you've entered data properly and data is accurately captured, completely captured, then you should be confident with the trial balance that you can generate from QuickBooks. All these other reports can be generated just by a click of a button. But it's not just enough to click the buttons, but you have to be able to do a sense check in the report that comes out. When you look at your trial balance, is it making sense? Okay, because it's the one that feeds into your balance sheet, income, expenditure report, and all the other different reports. But also something we're going to do is to help you, to show you how to analyze your income and expenditure report. You can analyze it by department, you can analyze it by cost center, analyze it by a revenue center, analyze it by the different ways you're structured, by location or otherwise, so that you know what are your profitable centers and which are the ones that are struggling, so that you put or deploy more resources to the profitable area of your business. And we're going to take you through some end of year procedures, including closing a period that you've completed filing returns on, you've completed auditing on, because you don't want someone messing up with data that you've already closed and filed. And because we're using the QuickBooks Desktop for the demonstration, we're going to show you how you can do backup and then restore that backup when you need it. Okay, so these are some of the things we're going to cover, and we're going to go into detail in each of the different sections that you're having. So the next module you're going to look at, which is module 1, is QuickBooks installation and setup. And we're going to go into the step-by-step of doing this. We're going to show you different ways you can navigate around it and ultimately customize QuickBooks to be useful for you and your business. See you in the next module.